Okay, it seems that Nintendo is jumping back into TV shows and movies now based on its work. The latest reports is coming out is that they're working with Netflix to produce a live-action Zelda movie. Now, it is said that the concept of it is going to be a Game of Thrones style show that is more family friendly. Um, the only problem with this so far I can see is that one, it's still in the early stages. There's been no writer assigned to it. There's been, I mean, it's so early in the development that it could just get canceled at any time by either Netflix or Nintendo, because we all know Nintendo is kind of protective of its property. Um, Neither Nintendo or Netflix is coming out saying outright, yes, this is a a thing yet, but there's a lot of rumors and stuff going around that yes, it is a thing. Um, I think it's an awesome idea. Legend of Zelda does. I can actually see it portrayed as a Game of Thrones style show that's more family oriented, of course, because Nintendo is not going to let it go to Game of Thrones way at all. But I really do think that the Legend of Zelda and Link and Zelda and Ganondorf, it is a very Game of Thrones, Lord of the Ring-ish type of property that could actually lend itself to a great TV show. There's been other adaptations of Link in the past. We all know about the god awful movie or cartoon series that ran for a year on the Super Mario Super Show. But yeah, I mean, I'm actually looking forward to this. Hopefully, it does become a reality, and we can actually be able to do that and be able to see it off of Netflix. And it is going to be a Netflix only type show, so it'll be only appearing on Netflix, which is another good thing. I wish. I like, and the other thing is yeah, it's a good idea. But the other thing is they're saying it's a Game of Thrones more family friendly. That kind of irks me a little bit. I like I said, I can see it going into a Game of Thrones type style with, its multiple characters that the series has, and you can actually, take each season and break it down to games. I mean, you can start with like Skyward Sword because chronologically, according to Nintendo, that's the first in the series in the timeline, and just go down the timeline of games until you get to like, Ocarina of Time, where you have the splitting past coming off of there. So, I mean, I'm kind of hesitant at the same time because we did have that is a cheesy cartoon show with Link and him talking. So, I mean, that's the other thing. Are they going to have Link talk in this? Is he going to be a silent protagonist? There's just too many questions right now to know if this is going to be any good. The only thing I will say about it is it's a great idea, and hopefully more shows like this could be greenlit. I mean, I can actually see like Metroid becoming like a movie, like Aliens or Star Wars type movie. Probably more of an Aliens type movie if I can see that. But yeah, this is actually really good. Hopefully they do make Link a silent protagonist. The only problem with that is there's not a lot of actors right now that I that I think that could do the psycho protagonist thing and make it a good performance. There's a lot of, and I'm going to say there's a ton of it. There's going to be a lot of acting in Link if they're going to go with the protagonist role, because you have to convey a lot of emotion and a lot of stuff through body language and facial expressions, and if you don't have a good actor for that, it's going to fall flat. At the same time, if you have Link talk, he can end up sound corny. You know, his whole, well, excuse me, princess. I know it's not a good impression, but, you know, from the cartoon, is not going to work. Maybe he says it once to, you know, to actually, I don't know, bring some nostalgia factor into the show. But, yeah, I don't see, like, I don't see how Link could be brought into, like, a silent protagonist role or a speaking role and make it believable, I guess. If you're going to make him a silent protagonist, you have to have a reason why he's silent. You can't just have him just walk around not saying anything. You have to have a reason why he's silent and why he's not talking. And at the same time, if he's talking, you have to make it believable that it would be something that Link would say. You know, and not have something that's god-awful representation of the thing, of the source material. But, I mean, the other thing is yes, you have a lot of other characters in the Link series. You know, you have, I mean, you can go to Hyrule Warriors and see all the people that you can put in there. You got Midna the Bug Princess, you've got, you know, the salesman people, you got Zelda, you got Link, you got Ganondorf, you've got all the big baddies, you got all of the dungeon things. But I mean, there's one thing that I would like to see out of this, and that's how they will do the whole Zelda Sheik dynamic. I mean, if you haven't played Ocarina of Time, this is going to be spoilers for you, or don't know, you know, the whole Smash Brothers franchise, but Zelda and Link are the same person. I would love to be able to see them do that in the show. So that is actually a really good person to have on your in the show, because she is a good, strong female empowerment type role model. Yeah, she does get kidnapped and sometimes uses damsel in distress, but she's actually can be really kick-ass, like in Ocarina of Time, which she was Sheik. But, you know, it's what it is. I actually think it's a really good idea, and I am waiting to see what they can do with this. It could be a disaster, in which case we're probably not going to see another Netflix and Nintendo marriage at all. However, if this does really good, I can see other games becoming series. I would love a Kid Icarus one, because I love Pit. But you know, we'll see. Pokemon made a good cartoon series, but as my Sylveon is here. But yeah, Link would probably is a good choice for a TV show. Game of Thrones style, I can see it, but like I said, I can see it. I don't know how the execution is going to go down. I mean, you do have a lot of characters that could be put into this, but at the same time, not a lot of characters. And you know, one thing I like about the Game of Thrones is there's no like unbelievable monsters either. You know, all the action focuses around like the human element. Yeah, you got the White Walkers, which are supernatural, and you do have, you know, giants, but they're still human and stuff like that. Well, in Link, most of the things that you're going to run into are going to be, you know, stuff like Octoroks and, you know, that kind of stuff, where you can have like more emphasis on the battle against fantastic beasts than you would the battle between two people. That said, I'm all for this. Having Ganondorf and Link taking on each other on a well, it'll probably be a small screen because it's on your computer or on your TV. But this would be actually a really good chance to actually see how it's going to, you know, come together. I mean, it's the same thing. But, you know, other properties, I would love to see them do a pet TV show in the near future. But, you know, here's a wacky idea. Reboot Captain Ed, the Game Master. Yes, I am serious. I love that show, and I wish they would bring it back. But other than that, my thoughts, I can see it. I just don't know how the execution will work. And without that execution, you're really going to be, like, kind of up. It's going to be an iffy thing. But like I said, at the moment, it's not even, like, confirmed. They don't even have a writer attached. But it's just a good thing to think about. And if they do go ahead with it, I'd love to be able to see it. That's it on my thoughts. If you like what you heard, please like and subscribe. I've been kind of silent on YouTube for a little bit, only because I've had a lot of personal stuff happen. But I got a big project coming up. I've got some major updates for the channel, and we'll see what's going to happen to the channel. I really do love doing this, so I'm going to be doing more videos. So please like, subscribe. Check out my live streaming channel at Isaphora. Twitch TV, of course. At Twitter, just learn Isaphora. I'd love to hear from you, so please comment below, like, subscribe, you know, all that junk that everybody tells you to do. But until then, goodbye and good luck.